Hello everyone. This is the second video on video series of organ function test. In today's video, we will discuss thyroid function test, which is very important for the diagnosis of various thyroid disorders like hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, thyroid nodules, and thyroid cancer. To download lecture notes and other interesting stuff related to biochemistry, please visit website biochemistrybasics.com. Thyroid function test include blood tests like measurement of thyroid hormones T3 and T4 as well as the measurement of thyroid stimulating hormone, and they may reveal hyperthyroidism, which is associated with high level of thyroid hormones, hypothyroidism, which is associated with low level of thyroid hormones, or subclinical hyperthyroidism, which is associated with normal level of T3 and T4 with low level of thyroid stimulating hormone. Commonly done thyroid function tests in clinical practice are measurement of serum TSH, measurement of serum free T4 and T3, and tests for the autoimmune thyroid diseases include tests like TSH receptor antibodies, thyroglobulin antibodies, and thyroid peroxidase antibodies. These are the three tests which is done for the diagnosis of various autoimmune thyroid disease. So before going into detail of thyroid function test, we should understand hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis. So hormone production by thyroid gland is tightly regulated through hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis. Formation of T3 and T4 by thyroid is regulated by thyroid stimulating hormone secreted from anterior pituitary, which itself is regulated by thyrotropin releasing hormone by hypothalamus. So thyroid hormone produced by the thyroid gland provide negative feedback to the TSH and TRH when the thyroid hormone levels are high. So the TSH production is suppressed. This negative feedback also occurs when level of TSH are also high, causing TRH production to be suppressed. That is the mechanism of hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis. Now, first test included in thyroid function test is measurement of serum TSH. So measurement of plasma TSH provides the single most sensitive, specific, and reliable test of thyroid status. Stimulation of thyroid gland by TSH, which is produced by the anterior pituitary gland, will cause the release of stored thyroid hormones. So when T4 and T3 are too high, TSH secretion will be decreased, and when T4 and T3 are too low, TSH secretion will be increased. In hypothyroidism of thyroid origin, that is primary hypothyroidism, TSH level is elevated because of lack of any feedback effect. While in primary hyperthyroidism, serum TSH is decreased due to negative feedback by T3 and T4 hormones. So in primary hypothyroidism, TSH level is elevated, and in primary hyperthyroidism, TSH level is decreased. Likewise, in secondary hypothyroidism, which is of pituitary or hypothalamic origin, TSH levels are low, whereas in secondary hyperthyroidism, TSH levels are high. And the normal value of TSH is 2 to 6 micro unit per ml. So that is the normal value of TSH. Now, second test included in thyroid function test is measurement of serum free T4 and T3. This is the measure of that fraction of circulatory T4 and T3 that exist in the free state in the blood, which are not bound to any protein. And the measurement of free thyroxine and T3 levels will help in the establishment of diagnosis in most cases where the results of T4 and T3 are borderline. So free thyroid hormone concentration provide more reliable means of diagnosing thyroid dysfunction than the measurement of total serum T4 and T3. So this is the table showing the relationship between the free T4 level and TSH level. So as we have already seen that TSH levels are low in primary hyperthyroidism and secondary hypothyroidism, and TSH levels are high in secondary hyperthyroidism and primary hypothyroidism, while free thyroxine levels are high in primary hyperthyroidism and secondary hyperthyroidism, and they are low in primary hypothyroidism and secondary hypothyroidism. Now normal values of free serum T3 and T4. So the normal value of free T4 is 9 to 16 picomole per liter. The normal value of free T3 is 3.7 to 6.5 picomole per liter. Now clinical interpretation of measurement of free serum T3 and T4. So increased values are associated with hyperthyroidism and thyrotoxicosis, and decreased values are associated with hypothyroidism. Now measurement of serum total T4 and T3. So changes in total thyroid hormone concentration are far less sensitive indices of thyroid function than is thyroid stimulating hormone, and for this reason they should not be measured alone. The concentration of total serum thyroxine can be affected by change in the concentration of thyroid binding globulin in the absence of thyroid disease, because more than 99.9% of thyroid hormone is protein bound. So serum total T4 and T3 are clinically meaningful only if the functional levels of thyroid binding protein in the blood are known. This test is good index of thyroid function when thyroid binding globulin is normal. And the normal values of total T4 and T3 are: normal value of total T4 is 5 to 12.5 microgram per deciliter, and normal value of T3 is 70 to 200 nanogram per deciliter. Now clinical interpretation of measurement of serum total T3 and T4. So values can be increased in hyperthyroidism or in increased concentration of thyroid binding globulin which occur in pregnancy as well as with estrogen therapy. Values can be decreased in hypothyroidism and in decreased concentration of thyroid binding globulin, which is seen in case of nephrosis due to loss of thyroid binding globulin in urine, or in liver diseases in which there is a decreased synthesis of thyroid binding globulin. So this is the picture showing the relationship between the TSH level and the level of total T4 and T3. So when a thyroid condition is normal, so there will be the normal level of TSH and normal level of T4, while in hyperthyroidism there will be the low level of TSH which is associated with increased level of T4. In primary hypothyroidism there is an increased level of TSH and decreased level of T4. In secondary hypothyroidism there is a decreased level of TSH as well as decreased level of T4. Now measurement of thyroid autoantibodies. So several types of antibody against thyroid tissue have been detected in serum of patients with thyroid disease. Measuring these antibodies help to demonstrate the presence of autoimmune disorders. For example, Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease mostly characterized by hyperthyroidism, is commonly associated with the presence of autoantibodies against the TSH receptor. The Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune thyroiditis, is commonly associated with the presence of antibodies against the thyroid peroxidase enzyme, that is TPO antibodies, previously which was called as a antimicrosomal antibodies. And the measurement of thyroglobulin, it is an important tool in the assessment of patients with differentiated thyroid malignancy. After successful thyroidectomy, that is removal of thyroid gland, which is done for the thyroid malignancy, thyroglobulin concentration in blood will fall to undetectable levels. Reappearance of thyroglobulin level in the blood is strongly suggestive of tumor recurrence. So that is regarding the thyroid autoantibodies and thyroglobulin. Now clinical interpretation. So thyroid peroxidase and thyroglobulin antibodies are present in the serum of patients with immunological mediated thyroid disease like Hashimoto's thyroiditis and Graves' disease. Both are autoimmune disorders. And they may also be found in small proportion of healthy individuals, the incidence being higher in relation of patients with hyperthyroidism. Now, other thyroid function tests are radioactive iodide uptake. So, ability of thyroid gland to trap iodide is studied by administering very small doses of radioactive iodine, that is 5 microgram of iodine given orally. And the radioactivity is counted at different intervals, mostly after 6 hours and 24 hours. In healthy persons, 10 to 30% of the ingested iodide is detected within 24 hours, while uptake will be increased in hyperthyroidism and it will be decreased in hypothyroidism. Another test included in thyroid function test is TRH stimulation test or TRH response test. In hypothyroidism, TRH stimulation causes the release of high level of TSH because there is no any feedback inhibition is there. While in hyperthyroidism, feedback inhibition by high level of thyroid hormone surpasses the stimulating effect of thyrotropin releasing hormone on TSH, resulting in blunted TSH response. And BMR is increased in hyperthyroidism, that is basal metabolic rate is increased in hyperthyroidism and it is decreased in hypothyroidism. And serum cholesterol levels are decreased in hyperthyroidism and they are increased in hypothyroidism. So these are the various tests included in thyroid function test. So that is all about thyroid function test. These are my references. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe Biochemistry Basics by Dr. Amit. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you can get all the notifications from it.